Hey guys, this is Emmy from UnderdogChance.com and welcome back to my NBA betting mode projections and predictions for today, Friday, November 10th. Yesterday, I didn't have any qualified bet. If you watch my video about NBA yesterday, there was one value with Indiana. I didn't recalculate projections later. I had Indiana at -1. So they beat Milwaukee at the end. I don't know what was the latest line, but I think you got Indiana at plus 3.5 plus 4. So if you have this betting model and if you maybe reproject the lines, maybe there was some value with Indiana, but this was the only game yesterday which was close to be qualified based on my criteria, and it would be a winning bet. But today we have one bet I have here. I will also explain. Okay, so for 5-3 profit plus 1.58, ROI close to 20%, positive closing line value numbers. My goal is to make 15 units. Pretty simple, right? And let's go to the first game. Charlotte against Washington. My projected line -6, bookmakers -2, right? So if you watch my videos and if you have my betting course and my NBA betting model, I recommend to check 7 point difference. Okay, I also mentioned that even with 5 point difference you can find the value, but okay, but betting model is always or the direction what to bet. Okay, and in this case I made an exception. I hope I'm not wrong here, so I should not take Washington based on my 5 point criteria, but I made an exception because Charlotte Hornets, they might play without Gordon Hayward. Okay, so I have him in the lineup. So if they will not play him, the projected spreads will change a little bit, and also I believe that these bookmaker spreads will fall down. So I'm speculating a little bit. Maybe I will be wrong. Maybe he will play his game time decision. But even with him in the lineup, I have 4 point difference. Okay, so I will not take full unit on Washington, but I will take half unit. Okay, because I think we have a value here with 4 point difference and one player which might not play for Charlotte. So on the road, both teams are very similar. Both teams are at the bottom of Eastern Conference. Washington is playing at home. They will have advantage at home as well. So I hope they can cover this -2 point. Okay. Philadelphia, Detroit, my line -7.5, bookmakers -8. As you see, only half point difference. Then we have Brooklyn, Boston. So if you see here empty cells, that means that Pinnacle still didn't open the lines because all my betting models, all my spreadsheets, they're always going against Pinnacle lines. Okay, so not manipulating with some shady bookmakers. Also, I'm tracking against Pinnacle closing lines, also Pinnacle Novi closing lines, and this is how it should be, right? You can still make profit, and but if we track it, I think, especially in handicappers world, people who sell picks, I think the reference should be Pinnacle lines and Pinnacle closing lines. Okay, so one bookmaker, sharp lines, and then who beats it is a good handicapper, right? And of course, the bettors then can bet on different other sports bookmakers. This is the point. But for tracking and for showing the results on sports picks markets, and I believe that this would be most fair market. Okay, because if you use Betstamp or some other app, you can manipulate easily with the odds because if you want to have plus EV bets, and if you want to have positive closing line value against Pinnacle, this is very simple. You simply use some shitty bookmaker, wait for the last minute, and just check if this shitty bookmaker has better odds than Pinnacle, and you will automatically uh, be skilled better, although you don't have any betting skill, right? Because, but in reality, this is of course a little bit different because if you have picks monitoring site or pick monitoring app, you simply can click it. But in reality, once you play with shady and soft bookmakers, you will be banned, and they will limit you to $1 or something like that. I did this in 20 years ago, so I didn't. I didn't bother with these shitty bookmakers, but this is how it is. So Pinnacle, betting exchanges, Circa, many other good bookmakers, those would be the reference. Okay, but anyway, Pelicans, Houston -3, +3, my lines. Again, most serious bookmakers don't have the odds yet and the lines. Utah Jazz, Memphis -3.5, my line, bookmakers -4, half point difference, no value. Minnesota, San Antonio, my line -7, bookmakers -6.5, again, half point difference. As you see, Clippers, Dallas, again, half point difference. So my lines are basically the same than bookmakers' lines. And then we have two less games. Those are my projected lines. You can see them here, and later there will be probably some news about players. So if you have my betting model, if you are a betting masterclass student, you can reproject this later. I don't know if I will have time. I think Washington is enough for now. And that's it. Okay, so I hope that these numbers can help you to make smarter bets, and see you next time.